Welcome everybody back to Boost Emotion, guys. And today, let's be quite honest. America's gonna keep giving us sports utilities. They're gonna keep giving us crossovers. This is what it is. You guys have kids and you want to get a crossover, so they're gonna keep giving this to us. This is only in America. I just want you to know this. So, guys, let's go jump into the video. First thing, shout out to my whole Boost Emotion family. Much love. I appreciate you guys for your support. And if you're new to Boost Emotion channel, I'm Boost. I'm gonna give you a quick reaction and talk about how they're redesigning the Infiniti QX65 slash QX60. Now, at the end of the day, to my people who have family and kids, you need something with space, that's reliable, that's new some cases, and that's safe. Don't go get a Volvo. I know I'm talking about nonsense here, but I'm being quite honest, right? Let me jump into this article. The 2026 has been spy shot. The QX65 revives the crossover coupe. Infiniti's upcoming crossover coupe aims to recapture the magic of the FX and will be introduced with alongside the QX60. They did this with the QX55. Now it's called the QX65. Let's be quite honest with you, with Infiniti helped kick off the crossover coupe craze with the FX, but the company abandoned the segment in 2017. The luxury brand eventually introduced the QX55, but it had neither charm nor success of the original. You want to know why? You want to know why it didn't have any freaking success? Because you guys put the variable compression, the VTC motor in it. Right, the 4-cylinder motor that has a variable compression ratio motor, and it had a CVT transmission. Of course, it's not going to be a hit. It was a good-looking truck, and it was a little bit on the small side, but you made the driving experience very crappy from a crappy motor that has a recall to a goddamn CVT transmission. Goddamn Infiniti. Anyways, this stuff pisses me off, man. However, Infiniti isn't giving up on the crossover coupes, as the spy photographers have snapped the first photos of the QX65 spot undergoing testing alongside with a facelift QX60. So now they're going to give the QX60 a facelift, and the model is a 2-row crossover with a rakish windshield that flows into a sloping roof. All right. What else here? Elsewhere, we can see the QX80 inspired front fascia with the split lighting units, and is joined by a prominent grille. Let's just fast forward. Let me see if there's what spy shots that they're gonna give us. So that looks like the QX80 front or whatever. Okay, they just wrapping it. Okay, I see 2 exhausts here. All right, cool. Yeah, so pretty much it's going to look like a smaller QX80, guys. The QX65 is going to look like a smaller QX60. Now, I'm going to be fair here. The QX80, I'm sorry, has the VR35 motor. Once again, we're car guys. That's still a potent motor, right? So let's see if they choose to put that in this goddamn car. The changes to the QX60 are less dramatic. Remember, the QX60 gets the VQ35 motor. It still doesn't have a boosted motor. It has a VQ motor in there, and it has the 9-speed transmission. At least it has a good proper transmission and the reliability of a VQ motor. So I give them that. So let's see what they do here. As a less dramatic as we can see revised grille and updated headlights, it is interesting to note that the latter does not adopt the split design same as on the QX65, but it appears to be relatively minor update. That belief is backed up by the lack of other notable styling changes. However, the rear bumper is camouflaged, and this suggests it might be the modest revamp. So they just changing the bumper skins, guys. Speaking of deja vu, the interior appears to be carryover untouched. As a result, this could be a familiar 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a 12-inch infotainment system. Bear with me, guys. The former shows a ProPilot Assist and is activated on the. Hopefully, the QX60 family will be upgraded to the latest version of technology. By 2025, the QX60 ditched the 3.5 V6. So wait. Stop. So you're telling me the QX60, which I literally sat there and said, why don't you guys just give it the VR30? I get it. You have recalls on the turbos. But I gave it the VQ motor, which is a very reliable motor, but I did recall. I mean, not recall. Y'all chose to exterminate or pretty much retire the 3.5 VQ now, right? What you're saying is you're going to put a new turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder motor in there, which makes 268 horsepower and 286 pounds of torque. I don't think this is a VTC motor. I don't know. I'm not too positive. I have to look into the motors. I haven't been in the Nissan world for a while. But if this is the VTC motor, no, you guys are effing up. It should power both new models and be put. it should power both new models and be paired with a 9-speed automatic. Are you guys really going to put the 2-liter turbocharged motor in a QX65? Yo, Infiniti is dumb. You know how big that truck? The QX65 is going to be a bigger truck. You know that, right? It's going to be severely underpowered. You don't care how much torque it has there. It's going to be severely underpowered. This is probably like a 4,400-pound car, 4,500-pound car. What are you doing? I hope this is a joke. Infiniti's a freaking joke, man. I'm sorry for the guys that are watching. Listen, I understand we like to put our kids in this. We want something reliable. But this is getting out of freaking hand. It's not even a hybrid. I'm sorry. If it was at least a hybrid where you could plug it in or something like that, I get it. Or a parallel hybrid or something. This is just a 4-cylinder heavy truck. You might as well just go buy a Buick. Anyways, let me go to the next one just to see if there's any other information here. There's no information here. This article isn't telling me anything here. So, guys, this is it. My hats are off. The best Infiniti vehicles are now in the past. For anyone that's watching, the best Infiniti vehicles were in the past. That's it. Moving forward, these cars are not even good enough for the soccer moms. I'm sorry. They make some good-looking cars. I give them that. But at this point, they're only making CUVs. And I get it. This is their price point. But even the QX80s aren't selling in this market. And there's other vehicles you can get that are better. Infiniti just need to be more exciting. Yes, as I said in a recent video, I sat there and I said I came at Nissan because Nissan with their bankruptcy. I said, what would now I'm gonna say it on video. Let me just rant a little bit. Let me cook. Right? What can Infiniti do to make their cars better? What can Infiniti do to make people want to run out and go buy their cars? Number one, just like Nissan, Infiniti was the best bang for its buck. Too in the entry-level luxury market, right? But here's the thing: the amount of money they're charging for their vehicles, you can go and get the BMW for like almost the same price. So you get the better prestige and the more reliable platform. The tech is still very similar, but the BMW just packages it better. So they're not really the better bang for its buck, because at the end of the day, if you spend a couple thousand more, I get a BMW. I might as well just go with the BMW, even if it's a 4-cylinder. The 4-cylinder B48 is better than whatever Nissan's making in their 4-cylinder. Give people a little bit more. I'm sorry, the QX65 should not, depending on if it's a front-wheel drive architecture, or I'm assuming it's a front-wheel drive architecture with the all-wheel drive, then that's probably why I'm assuming it may be an all-wheel drive with a transverse 4-cylinder motor. If it's like that, I get it. But if it's let's say if it's not transverse, let's say it's longitudinal mount, put the VR35 in there, man, or the VR30. Put it in there. The motor's already being used in a Nissan vehicle. Just throw it in there with the 400 horsepower. People want to buy that stuff. Guys buy the X3 with the freaking B58. They buy it. Young dudes in their 20s still buy that truck. Like, you know, I got a kid. I need a little bit of truck, but I still want to have a little bit something with speed and reliability. Give it, man. Don't give us this 4-cylinders. People don't want underpowered stuff, man. Yes, if I'm going to spend all this big money on something new, I want to feel like I'm getting something that has a little bit of speed and comfort and luxury. Come on, make it better. Have you guys seen the Chinese vehicles that have been coming out over in China? These cars are astronomically cheap, even though they're electric, but they give crazy amount of luxury for the price. And you just look at American-owned manufacturers, it's just like, why are we paying so much for this extra amenities and you know, this stuff in our cars when these companies could do it for cheap and just as reliable, because a lot of stuff is made in China? I'm just saying. Infiniti, what are you doing? Nissan, what are you doing? What can you do to make Infinitis better? Make cars again. Make cars again. A lot of your cars that you sold were cars, not trucks. At some point, it went over to the trucks because you had too much. Infinitis, Q50s were getting played out, so people started getting more trucks. But other than that, go back to cars again. People need an entry-level car like the 3 Series again. Don't put a 4-cylinder in it. Don't you dare do that. Come out with a new Q50, redesigned, good looking, and give it a VR30. You can make it to 400 horsepower. Just make it look newer. That's all you got to do. People going to go buy it. Just make it look good and new. If you really want people to really go buy it, give it a VR35 motor. People going to run to go get that car, especially depending on what the lease rates are and the power delivery. It will destroy a lot of cars in this class. That's what you guys need to do. Focus on destroying cars in your class, right? If you want to be a volume place, be volume, but take the L. Give the bigger motor or give the better option. Stop all this nonsense, man. You already make some good-looking cars. You used to make some really good-looking cars. Keep up with the architecture. You have the proper transmission, no CVT. You have a 9-speed. Just choose a VR30 400 horsepower version or a VR35 and just give the standard tech and just price your cars lower than the 3 Series. That's it. Don't give no 4-cylinder option. Just give it a 1-cylinder with the 6-cylinder option. That's it. No 300 horsepower variant or 400. Just give us boom right in the middle. If you want this Q50, bang. You can get it for more expensive than the 4-cylinder 3 Series, but it's gonna be cheaper than a 6-cylinder 3 Series. Put it right there, boom, and just give us some nice colors, different interior colors if you want. Give some better ambience on the inside, and give a slightly better lease deal. Might have to go subprime. I'm sorry. Anyways, other than that, still sell the trucks. But if you're gonna sell the trucks, get rid of the CVTs. You make some good-looking trucks, but get rid of the CVTs, and you gotta price yourself cheap. I'm sorry, man. This is a situation that you're not racing to the bottom, but at the end of the day, you can't price yourself that close to the competitors because they're just gonna go to BMW. I'm sorry. So outside of that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon. I really appreciate you guys for your support. I enjoy talking again. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe button, with the bell notification at all. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you.